Welcome to Awakening the Lost Self. My name is Joe. Today we are exploring a complex and oftentimes misunderstood topic, a topic that's been cloaked in illusion for lifetimes: the synthetic grid. If you found yourself here today, it's not by accident. Throughout this video, you may hear me refer to this concept as the synthetic grid, or at other times, I may also call it the false light. What is the synthetic grid? Why does it feel like something is pressing against our light, distorting our truth? And how do we finally break through it? There's a construct, an artificial net woven around this planet. It mimics Earth's organic grid, but it's not the real light. This synthetic grid was installed to disrupt your memory, to cut the signal between your soul and the true organic grid. It feeds on distortion, confusion, and separation. I've felt the synthetic grid in my own body, especially in the mornings when the veil between worlds is the thinnest. The nausea, the lower back pain, the energetic pressure on my solar plexus, the fog, the dreams that seem to fade way too fast. And for years, doctors and modern medicine called my symptoms acid reflux. But deep down, I always knew it was something deeper than that. And what was that deeper truth, you may be asking? I was beginning to wake up in a system that was built to keep me asleep, distracted, to always keep me in survival mode instead of creation mode. My physical body began to reject this synthetic grid. The modern day false light speaks of truth, freedom, of restoring the old order. Does that remind you of anybody's campaign slogans? We're going to bring back law and order and make America great again. But the moment you are told to wait for someone to rescue you, you're being shackled to the synthetic grid. Now, this is not about politics. This is about programming. The false grid uses figures like Trump to hijack your spiritual awakening and bring you down false synthetic timelines and paths to delay your power by turning it into a complete spectacle. It's literally the divide and conquer strategy in our faces. Hero worship, external saviors. These are the pillars of the false light. The revolution does not come from a ballot. It comes from within, from dismantling the synthetic grid internally, from reclaiming your resonance, your sovereignty. Trump wants you to believe the system can be saved and that he's the only man who can save the system. But the truth is, you were never meant to be ruled by it. I now know that this synthetic grid only works if we forget who we are. And there's a true grid beneath this false one, an organic, beautiful, crystalline lattice that connects every living being to source, the flower of life, the song of the earth, the breath of the original flame. And no matter how advanced their interference, they can't replicate it. They can only mimic. True resonance cannot be hijacked. The real always vibrates differently than imitation. The false light distorts and it inverts. It tells you what is good, what is bad, and what is real. It rewards obedience. It weaponizes hope. And at the center of the false light trap is the idea that someone is going to save you. That if we just elect the right man into office, he will fix everything. And all we need to do is just wait for him to get in office and his policies will fix everything for us. That is the false light at work, my friends. And I want to end this video on a message of hope, because the synthetic grid only thrives when we doubt our own light. So let's name its tools, and then we can take our power back. Here are three great ways to break its influence. One, daily discernment. Trust your gut. I can't say this enough. I mean, if something feels off, it probably is. The grid thrives on subtle dissonance. Two, energetic sovereignty. Speak this out loud. I do not consent to synthetic overlays. I reclaim my connection to the organic grid of source. And the third way is just simply get outside and touch the earth. The real grid is still alive beneath your feet. Meditate with nature. Place crystals near water. Lay on the ground. Let the signal return to you. This isn't about fear. It's about remembrance. They've built a prison for the mind, but we were never meant to stay asleep. So if your soul has been flickering, if your dreams are beginning to break through, if you felt like a frequency doesn't belong here, it probably doesn't. You're not going crazy. You're just waking up and the grid is cracking. If this message resonated with you today, please subscribe, like, and share it with somebody who's ready to remember. I'm Joe, and this is Awakening the Lost Self. Peace and love.